What's up, YouTube? This is Austin at Tyranitrade, and today we are going to be going over a small submission along with some recent pickups. So I've made it a mission lately to start going after some non-holo Tyranitars that I need to complete my collection. So I didn't really organize these besides a couple things, but to start things off, we have the unlimited non-holo Neo Discovery Tyranitar. And honestly, who doesn't like a good holo? But at the same time, sometimes these non-holos can help you appreciate the artwork in a different way. And I am trying to master set, so that's the main reason I got these. But at the same time, they're cheap, some to collect now while vintage is hyped up, and I have learned to appreciate these in a different way, in a sense. Like the colors on the background just pop a little bit more in the non-holo. You can see the pinks and the reds and that rookie Tyranitar artwork right there. Hard to beat. So that's number one. And the second card we got is the first edition non-holo Neo Discovery Tyranitar. So this completes the set for me. I have all four Neo Discovery Tyranitar cards in a PSA 9, and these cards are both really clean. I don't know if I mentioned that on the first one. We got some new certs here. I mean, there's a small white dot on this one. This one's not perfect. I mean, they're 9s. They're not going to be perfect, but new certs, super clean copies. So, super excited to add those. And then we have a Team Rocket Returns PSA 9, another new cert. So now I'm down to just one card for the EX era that I need. But this artwork is amazing. And yeah, just another way to appreciate it. I don't know if I've ever noticed down here, these look like trees in the background. This artwork kind of looks like a comic book in a sense. So another non-holo. And then here we have an Aquapolis non-holo. So I've been chasing after the holo Aquapolis for quite some time, and I've watched it just climb in price, and now I don't know, I might have to save for it because I don't want to say it's unobtainable, but it's going for around 3,000 as of current market. So hopefully it starts to drop, but I am happy to own this new cert non-holo. You can see it's been authenticated by eBay. I don't know if that means anything these days, but it stands for something. Then we have the non-holo Pop Series 1 Tyranitar. This one is the first non-new cert of the video. Still not like super old, but nothing but non-holo so far until we get to this reverse holo Aquapolis Tyranitar. So now I have two of the Aquapolises in a PSA 9. I am just missing that holo. So if anyone wants to hook your boy up at a good deal, let me know. I will gladly pay a strong price for it. So this has a little white dot down here. But otherwise, pretty clean card. New cert once again. So that's exciting. Now for something a little bit different. We got the Shaman EX. This comes out of a premium trainer box from XY era. The texture is beautiful. You got that Mega Rayquaza back there. I've been eyeballing this card for a while. It's a new cert, PSA 9. I think I paid the highest price, but since then I've seen these go up, and I've been wanting to get the Yveltal, but that's recently shot up in price, and I don't know it's something I'm really willing to spend $1,000 on. So we'll see if I can get a good deal at a local card show or something. I did want to complete all 8 of the gold borders from XY era. I have a couple in a binder, and then I've got 2 slabbed up. I've got this and the Alakazam EX, which has Umbreon and Lugia. I always knew that was a good card, or like a banger card, undervalued in a sense. And the cool thing about these is they are actually similar pop reports to the Shinings, and not all the gold borders, but just the 2 cards that come out of this premium trainer collection box. So that's something I look at when seeing if something's a good purchase or not. At $650, I feel like it's not a bad price to pay. I think that's what I paid $600, and it was probably right around $650 after tax, but not a bad price to pay for something low pop with this good of artwork, with a sick Rayquaza in there. To me, these are the original alternate arts, so having a low pop like that is pretty cool. But I would like to complete this set eventually, but it's a sub goal that is followed by the Tyranitars, obviously. So next up we have this Celestial Storm Neo Discovery reprint of Tyranitar. This one's a reverse holo. I had the holo already, so I just wanted to pick this up. It's super low pop as well. I think pop 16 or so in a 9, probably less than that in a 10. So super low pop, probably because nobody cared to grade it. Ended up in a lot of people's bulk, but for a card like this to get a reprint, I think it says something, you know. Tyranitar is a big Pokemon, at least in my eyes. I'm sure in several others, but you know, when that base set Charizard gets reprinted, it's a big deal every time. So to see this get reprinted, you know, it's just awesome. You know, Tyranitar is getting the props it deserves. This is a bit older, so I'm a little outdated on what I'm talking about, but great pickup nonetheless. And then we have a non-holo Expedition Tyranitar. 7 cert, got a good deal on this. So I'm super happy with that. And to follow this up, we have a reverse holo of the non-holo. So if you don't know, with Expedition, they did a reverse holo of the holo and the non-holo. So there's actually 4 copies of this card in Expedition. And you can tell by the number, they both say 66. And one thing I did notice is this part of the card right here is different. I thought that was weird, even though this is the reverse holo of this card, and it could be scanned obviously, and you can't scan it with that reverse foil over the top. And one thing that separates this from the other reverse holo, other than the number at the bottom, is the E is blue. In the other one, it's a gold E to match the holo. So maybe in another video I will show both of them side by side and highlight that, but just thought that was cool. And of course, we got that one in the back. So there's actually 5 you can get from the set. This is the box topper. So the next 2 cards came out of a submission I sent. So I sent off 4 Charizards. I think 3 of them were base set, and I sold 2 of them because I got a pretty fair offer from PSA. So the other 2 cards I sold both came back in PSA 7s. One was a base set 2, which I think could have maybe gotten 8, but I don't think it changed value that much. And then the other one was a I want to say Crystal Guardians Charizard, not the reverse holo with the stamp, but just the regular one, and that came back a 7 as well. And they offered me $400 each, or a little bit over 400, so I got like $950 from PSA for selling them, which seemed like a good deal. But this one right here, I didn't really like the offer they sent me. I think it's a much rarer, maybe not as sought after as the base set 2, but this is the Italian base set, as you can see up there. But there aren't that many of these graded. I don't have the pop off the top of my head, but I bought this locally probably for 150, 200 bucks a few years ago. And I've seen solds of this card go for about 1,200 to 1,600, I believe. So pretty crazy. So you can see the corners on this are absolutely phenomenal. Super clean copy. It does get a little bit boogered up on the side and the bottom. You can see some lightning. But I bought the card because I thought it was cool. I'm partially Italian, so I just liked it. You know, finding an Italian base set at a card shop isn't something you see very often. And this is something I probably had for like 4 years, so we'll see. I'll probably put it in my display case at a card show and see if it sells. Put a nice price tag on it. And then the last card we got is a PSA 9 Metal Charizard from Celebrations. So this one was super clean. You can see there's no chipping on the paint on the back, but it did have a scuff right there at the top, you can see. So I was hopeful maybe it would get a 10, and that's a factory scuff. I just want to say that. I didn't do that. But I couldn't get myself to sell it just because it breaks up my set. I do have a Grandmaster set of Celebrations, and if I sold this, it would break up that set. So maybe if I get a good price for it, I'll sell it. It's not something I'm super attached to. Honestly, I would consider selling most of that Celebration set, especially right now. If it's hot, if it's selling good, it's something I would consider selling. The one that I don't want to sell out of that is actually the McDonald's cards with the 25th anniversary set stamp, because it just looks so good in a binder. Such a cohesive binder with all the starters. I have the non-holos, the holos. So that's my favorite part of Celebrations, believe it or not. Other than maybe, you know, Gold Star Umbreon or the base set Charizard reprints and stuff like that. But just wanted to show this off. It got a 9. If it was a 10, I would probably definitely sell it because prices are insane. And I actually lied. I think I said that that was the last card, but I do have one more. I thought it was kind of cool. I've never seen PSA send out a card like this in a single case. As you can see, it's just a one case card. I have it partially out. That way it's easier to pull out of this. But I've been waiting for this for a while. So I bought this off of a friend, and he got a good deal, and then, you know, he made like $100 off me, and I feel like I got a good deal off it. And this is the only copy of this card I have. I do have the reverse stamp in a 9, but this is the only regular holo variant I have of this card, unfortunately. But fortunately, it's signed by Mitsuhiro Arita, which is super cool. It's got the date, I believe, that's his kanji, I believe they call it. So that's Mitsuhiro Arita in his kanji. And then this is kanji for The Collector. I translated it in the past because if you don't know, when you go get cards autographed at shows and stuff, they have to personalize it now. So this has been personalized to The Collector, which is me in this case, which is very cool. So this is actually a top pop. I believe there's one other that is graded mint 9 auto 9 for this card, and the reverse holo might have a 10, a mint 10 auto 10 or something like that. But super cool card to own, super clean. I mean, it's got a little white dot down here, maybe a very minor one in this corner, but I mean, probably one of my favorite cards, easily one of my favorite artworks, one of the few times you get to see his back, and just that holo, the story behind Holon Phantoms. He's in like a Holon research center and the Delta species. It's just something I'm a big fan of, so getting this back in my collection is huge. This card did have a slight crack in the middle right here. I don't know if it got dropped or something got dropped on it, but I'm super happy I was able to re-encapsulate it, keep the score, and it doesn't look like they damaged the card any more than it already was, so that is awesome. But anyways, this has been Austin at Tyranitrade. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Signing off.